Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Stunger1217 coming to you again with another music review where you can find all music and all things Christian music, I guess. But, I know it's only my second video, but I think from now on I'm going to start it off and maybe give you guys a Bible verse. It may have something to do with the lyrics, I guess, or maybe just something God's laid on my heart. I don't really know. But this one for this week I'm going to read out of Romans 1:16. You may or may not be familiar with it, but the verse says, "For I am not ashamed of this good news about Christ. It is the power of God at work, saving everyone who believes, the Jew first, also the Gentile." And basically that verse is just saying, God likes it when we're just unashamed of His gospel. We're not afraid to tell people about it. We're not afraid to go out and share the good news, and just show people that that we rep Christ. We love Him. So, to go along with that verse, today am going to talk about some Christian rap. For mainly Lecrae, but there's a lot of them. Now, this is for you guys who love rap music, but you're like, well, I want to listen to Christian music, but I can't find any good Christian rap out there. Stuff that there's some like hip hoppy stuff. I want some good rap. Well, this is where you're going to find it. There's a whole group of rappers called 116 Clique, which their motto is, "I am not ashamed," foreseeing why I read Romans 1:16. So, the group is filled with a lot of Christian rappers. You got Lecrae, you got Tripoli, you got Tadashi, you got KB, you got Shobaraki, you got Andy Mineo, or formerly known as C-Light. You got Pro. Those are probably the main 7 rappers in the 116 Clique. Now, there's a lot of other ones out there that maybe aren't so much well known. You got people like Chad Jones, Catalyst, I'm drawing a blank. You got Cannon. You've got, I'm drawing a blank. There's a lot of them out there, and you could probably find them. The big website you want to find them is on Rapzilla. Rapzilla, you can find some good free downloads. You can find just good, news about all these upcoming rap artists. If you're really into rap music, I'd check out www.rapzilla.com. So, yeah, check that out. So, primarily today, I want to talk about Lecrae, first and foremost, because he is probably the biggest member of 116 Clique, that people are most familiar with. His music is probably most familiar, and he's featured even on some contemporary Christian songs, such as "Keep Changing the World" by Mike's Chair. He's featured on the new and last David Crowder album. He has done remixes of songs with Chris Tomlin. That's all I can think about right now. But nonetheless, he's just a great guy. Just he reps Christ. He's got good message, good intentions, good morals. His lyrics are clean. They're awesome. They're all for Christ. They're just supporting God. Just trying to bring out that unashamed mentality in people. He's come out with a lot of albums. He's been around for a while. Let's see. There's a lot of albums he's come out with. He's come out with After the Music Stops, Rebel, Rehab the Overdose. He's come out with mixtapes like The King, which has a lot of songs. Some songs from After the Music Stops on it, and some songs from the album before that, which I can't remember right now. But he's pretty well known. His most recent album is Rehab the Overdose, which is basically it's like I want to say 8 to 10 songs, kind of a mixtape kind of thing, but it's all based on the whole drugs and alcohol, the high thing, he does a song with Cannon called "Blow Your High," which is basically about smoking weed and how there's no high like the Most High, Jesus. But yeah, that's probably his most recent, and he actually will be dropping a new album this summer, so watch out for that. You can find information on it on Rapzilla.com, but watch for that, because it's going to be big. It's going to be hot. The Overdose was his second most recent, and that was a longer album, somewhere around 17 tracks, and that was a wide range of songs. A lot of them, just some great songs. One called Killa, basically talks about how sin is going to destroy your life. talks about, one of the lines of it is, probably one of my favorite lines is, it's in verse from the Bible, is my sin conceived a baby, and we're going to name her Death. Let's see, some other good songs on it are I Used to Do It Too, Children of the Light, High, Release Date, Divine Intervention. It's a long album, and it's all good. They're all great songs. One of those albums I can listen to all the way through, no problem. And, before that, you have Rebel, which is just kind of like, it's one of those albums where it's like he has one idea in Rebel, and he comes to Rehab where he has another idea. And Rebel is basically like, the big song is called Rebel, and it talks about, rebellion, how, people think rebellion is, disobeying the rules and going out and, hurting other people and just doing things that are, having sex out of wedlock and just doing drugs and, not just disobeying authority. And what basically he's talking about there is that's not rebellion, because everyone's out there doing it. Everyone's out in the world, just committing crimes and all these terrible things, And the line at the end is, if you really want to be a rebel, read your Bible, because no one's doing that. Because that's rebellion, is doing what nobody else does. And it's the only rebellion left. So that's the main idea behind Rebel, and there's a lot of other good songs on there. Don't Waste Your Life, probably his most popular song ever. Don't Waste Your Life, Indwelling Sin, Go Hard, like I said, Rebel, Beautiful Feet, now the name's not coming to me. Yeah, but it's a great album, great songs, great messages. Go back a little further, you come down to the music stuff, which is not an album I'm as familiar with. I still own it, and I don't really listen to it as much. The big song off there is most popular one off there is called Jesus Music. Riding with my top down, this is Jesus Music. It's pretty cool. Music video's sweet. And then you can go back a little further, and he's got some albums that I'm really not familiar with. But all in all, he's just a great rapper. He's got great messages, songs, great lyrics. He's all supportive of this I'm not ashamed mentality. He goes around to cities and just does all these concerts that talks about how he's unashamed, how he just loves God, loves the gospel. He's great to see live. I've seen him live. It's just a great concert, so much energy. And like I said, you've got other rappers in there in the 116 clique, like Lecrae, and you got Tripoli, who's a lot of people in the Christian rap realm will somewhat compare him to Lil Wayne. Their voices don't sound similar. He's kind of got he's a small guy. He's kind of energetic. He's got a higher voice. He's really good. Tedashi's a big stocky guy. Raps low, raps fast. And he's got some great tracks too. Pro, comparable to Lecrae. He doesn't have as much stuff out. His older stuff isn't quite as, on the whole, unashamed, bandwagon. The whole 116 mentality, I guess. Maybe not as exact on that, but then his newest album, Dying to Live, is definitely right along with that. Andy Mineo, who's going to be coming out with a new album soon. He was formerly known as Sea Light, and he did a couple mixtapes as Sea Light. He's more featured in other songs, and he actually just recently got signed to Revzilla, I think, last summer. So he hasn't been in there too long. And Sho Baraka, who's only come out with a couple albums, his two big songs are Shut Us Down and Kobe Bryant on them. Two good songs. I think KB, and KB's new album drops here in maybe a month. Don't quote me on that. I think it's about a month. But like I said, if you want to check that, you can go to Revzilla. And I'd say he's like a Tripoli kind of, small. He raps fast. Probably out of all those 116 members, he raps the fastest out of any of them. I hope this video helped. Maybe got you a little bit more information about some Christian rappers. Like I said, good place to look would be Rapzilla.com. They've always got a big news website. They got downloads. They got information about all the artists. They got concert updates. They've got a lot. They got pretty much anything you want when it comes to the world of Christian rap. So, I would suggest looking that up and looking into some Christian rap, because man, let me tell you what, it's changed my life. But yeah, so until then, This is Stunger 111217 signing off. God bless.